Good morning, everyone. On this Monday morning, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful week. There doesn't seem to be any smoke out there, and those rains we had has really cleaned out the air. We're reading more in our wisdom literature. This time we're going in the book of Job, and we begin in chapter 1, verses 6 through 22. One day, when the angels of God came to present themselves before the Lord, Satan also among them. And the Lord said to Satan, "Whence do you come?" Then Satan answered the Lord and said, "From roaming the earth and patrolling it." And the Lord said to Satan, "Have you noticed my servant Job, and that there is no one on earth like him, blameless, upright, fearing God and avoiding evil?" But Satan answered the Lord and said, "Is it for nothing that Job is God-fearing? Have you not surrounded him and his family and all that he has with your protection? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his livestock are spread over the land. But now put forth your hand and touch anything that he has, and surely he will blaspheme you to your face." And the Lord said to Satan, "Behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his person." So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. And so one day, while his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the house of their eldest brother, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the asses grazing beside them, and the Sabeans carried them off in a raid. They put the herdsmen to the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was yet speaking, another came and said, "Lightning has fallen from heaven and struck the sheep and their shepherds and consumed them, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was yet speaking, another messenger came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 columns, seized the camels, carried them off, and put those tending with them to the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was yet speaking, another came and said, "Your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the house of their eldest brother, when suddenly a great wind came across the desert and smote the 4 corners of the house. It fell upon the young people, and they are dead, and I alone have escaped to tell you." Then Job began to tear his cloth and cut off his hair. He cast himself prostrate upon the ground and said, "Naked I have come forth from my mother's womb, and naked shall I go back again. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In all this, Job did not sin, nor did he say anything disrespectful of God. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Interesting book. The book of Job starts with a man who's not a Jew, non-Israelite, in a land that's not in Israel, some place called Uz, which we're not told exactly what it is. And because it seems to be so foreign, the point of the story, it seems to be by the author, which also is not told to us, is intentional. It's trying to say, get involved in what's going on in the story. That's the most important part. And in this case, it begins, as we open up here, with this sort of a scene as if we're in a court case before God. And this accuser, Satan, as it's translated, is the one who accuses Job. Job seems to be having the God-fearing characteristics because he's been blessed by God. And so Satan says, if you take away all these blessings, then Job will curse you. So that's the scope of this story. And we see the fullness of what that is in the end of the book. So at this point, everything is falling apart. Satan does what he seems to be doing. And yet, at the beginning of this, yes, Job is pretty upset, but he still blesses the name of the Lord. And so the editor says, in all this, Job did not sin, nor did he say anything disrespectful of God. So we begin the tale, the story of Job. I think it's important to keep in mind for us, when things are going great, maybe it's easy to praise God, sometimes tough when things don't go our way. Reminded of Job at this beginning point of things going wrong and still praising God. I hope your day goes well. Stay safe, folks. Hopefully we get to see each other soon. Bye for now.